diagnosed with AML. After receiving a bone marrow transplant from his sister, he went into remission. He relapsed during his freshman year of college, but again was able to beat cancer through a stem cell transplant. Unfortunately, in April, Drew relapsed again at 21 years old. Drew coined the phrase, "third time's a charm." He was ready to beat cancer for the third time. He benefited from clinical trials which gave him more time, but sadly passed away on June 13th of this year. Drew adored his family and friends, was a positive light, and battled leukemia with strength and grace. Julie lights the night in honor of her son and hopes other families can find strength and comfort through difficult times. If you have a gold lantern like Julie, please light it and hold it high over your head now. We take this moment to remember those we've lost to cancer, to celebrate the impact they have had on our world, and to ensure that their losses will make us even more determined to find a cure. Thank you. You can now bring your gold lanterns down, but keep them lit. Dr. Pollack is the director of the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center. Just before Christmas 2016, after thinking he had food poisoning, he went to the OSU Emergency Center. Tests were run, and it was determined that he had pneumonia. Unfortunately, by January, he was feeling sick again. He went in for follow-up scans and spoke with his friend and colleague, Dr. John Bird, an LLS-funded researcher. It is then that he heard the three words that he had spoken to countless other patients over the years: "You have cancer." Dr. Pollack says it is a rare privilege to be both a cancer care provider as well as a cancer survivor. He has directly benefited from a clinical trial that has been vigorously supported by LLS. If you are a survivor like Dr. Pollack, please light your white lantern, but don't lift it up yet. We now invite all survivors and those currently battling blood cancer to walk toward the center of our community into our circle of survivors presented by Pharmacyclics and Janssen. While our survivors make their way to the circle, we want to tell you about a few of them.
Gina Griffith was diagnosed with chronic myelomonocytic leukemia in September 2017, had a bone marrow transplant in December of that year, and has been in remission since April 2018. She is thankful for the support of family and friends that carried her through a difficult time. In 2015, Karsten Milne was diagnosed with ALL at just 3 years old. After enduring various treatments, her family was relieved to find out that she was successfully in remission. She and her family are incredibly grateful for the therapies that have allowed her to continue to be healthy and live her life. Mary Beth Albin has fought the good fight against cancer since 2000. When she was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, she is happy to be alive and to spend time with her husband Tom and her two sons, Michael and John. Matt Smith had a tumor removed from around his spinal cord in February 2016 and was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. After a successful stem cell transplant, he has had a complete response, is participating in a clinical trial, and looks forward to a promising future. Mary Jane Pletcher was diagnosed with large B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma 13 years ago. after enduring surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. She is happy to report that she is in remission. She is grateful to her friends and family for their support. In 2016, Lynn Aspey was diagnosed with small lymphocytic lymphoma. She has since been undergoing treatment that includes monthly infusions, ibrutinib, and a clinical trial. Lynn keeps an optimistic outlook, knowing that she has her family to support her through it all. Eli Bachner was diagnosed with ALL when he was 4 years old. Although Eli suffered an unfortunate side effect causing blindness, he continues to have a positive attitude and a determined spirit.
Shh. Relax.
So many white lanterns, so many stories of survival. As we look toward the center of our community in the circle of survivors, we see their strength, determination, and courage. We see the living proof that our commitment can save lives and spread more light. Survivors, are you ready? Lift your lanterns high. Together, your light is breaking through the darkness of cancer. A light that is research and hope and possibility. A light that goes beyond one lantern, one person, and one community. A light that will lead us down the path to our ultimate goal. Because beating cancer is in our blood. Survivors, keep those lanterns up as we introduce you to James Ross. Leukemia has personally impacted James Ross's family over the past decade. Two of his uncles that he looked up to as a young man growing up in Arkansas both lost their battles to blood cancer. He saw firsthand how a diagnosis like leukemia can totally turn anyone's world upside down. He is here today asking you to take action and inspire others. If you have a red lantern and want to see the end of cancer like James does, please light it now. Gold and red lantern holders, now raise your lanterns high to join our survivors. Our entire community, thousands strong, lights the night to show our passion, our love, and our commitment to turn every cancer diagnosis into a story of survival. Look around you. See the power of not only your one lantern, but thousands of them working together to create the light that will save more and more lives. Together, we are stronger than cancer. Together, we will light the night. Columbus, are you ready to light the night?